Hi and welcome. In today's video, I reveal the 5 signs that the man you're seeing is lying to you. In fact, today's video is inspired by a new private client who contacted me yesterday to let me know that she just found out that the man she's been dating for a month has been lying to her, and she wanted to know why men lie. And this man wasn't telling porkies about his age or his job. She just became privy to the fact that he wasn't divorced like he had told her. He was still very much married and cohabitating with his wife and 2 children. She said that early on when they spoke, he seemed a bit awkward when she asked him about his marriage and kids. He was also quick to reject her suggestion to pop in to say hello to him when she was in his area one Saturday morning. Even though she found out the truth before anything became serious, she realized that she didn't pay close attention to the signs that something was off and that he was lying to her. Hi, I'm Nadine Peart, a dating and attraction expert for women and the founder of Healthy You, Healthy Love. I'm also the creator of 4 world-leading love and relationship programs, including Unlock His Heart and Never Lose Him. If you've not heard of me, then this is the place to be as I answer all of your unanswered questions about understanding men, wholehearted commitment, and lasting attraction. Now, being on the receiving end of lying is never an easy pill to swallow, but sadly, it happens. Though before I continue, I have to share something really important that you must be conscious of. All humans lie. Even if you swear black and blue that you don't, everyone does, some far more than others. And yes, some people lie about things they don't really need to. Some people lie to mislead and get what they want. Though people don't always lie in a negative way. Sometimes people lie to protect you, which means lying is not just a male trait, because if this video was created for men, I'd say the same thing about women. In fact, women can be extremely cunning and crafty. So many women are quick to shame and blame men on this topic, and it's boring. The bigger question to ask is, why is he lying, and how does it impact your relationship and future with this man? If you can relate to my client's experience and you want to find out, is he lying to you? Here are the 5 signs that the man you're dating is not being honest with you in some small or big ways. Though my tips today are not verbal tells, the best way to tell if someone is lying is by reading their unspoken words, their body language, the ultimate telltale signs that the man you're in a relationship with is lying to you. There are, of course, things like gut feelings and suspicious behavior on his part that can also help you identify a liar. But body language is where you'll find the surest signs. Number 1, the fidgety scratcher. You ask your man an innocent question and he starts fidgeting or scratching his nose, or he shrugs a lot or raises his eyebrows in outrage. Few people are cool professional liars, so fibbing does not really come naturally to them. It makes most people nervous, so they fidget when they lie. They also scratch because, fun fact, lying expands the blood vessels in the body, and this causes itching. The shrugs and eyebrow raising are also signs of discomfort and an unconscious way to distract you from the words that are coming out of his mouth. He wants you to be overwhelmed by his facial expressions and less focused on what he's saying. Now, before I continue, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and please press that bell button to get notified of my next content-filled video next week. Also, I love to hear from you, so please comment below and tell me your personal experience with lying. Now for my next point, number 2, the shy windows to the soul. A classic telltale sign that someone is lying is their seemingly sudden, unexplainable ability to look you in the eye. So if he starts averting his eyes when he talks to you, you can be pretty sure he's fibbing. In case you're feeling extra observant, you might see that he also tends to look left and up when he talks. Experts have found liars look up and left when they lie, while people telling the truth tend to turn their eyes up and right as they try to recall details in the story they are telling. But this eye movement can be so fast, so you need to be ready for it. Number 3, the jerky head. This one is not as popular as the averted eyes as far as telltale signs of lying go, but it's as clear a sign of lying as the eyes. People who lie tend to move their head more than what is usual in an honest conversation. He might try to buy time before he answers a question by tilting his head to the side and probably shooting you an offended look as well. Or he may shake his head as if he's trying to remember what he was doing late last night. If the movements seem too many, there's a good chance that lying is taking place. Number 4, the living statue. I just mentioned that lying people can move a lot, fidget and scratch, but watch out for the opposite as well. Sometimes when a person is lying, they almost freeze, perhaps afraid not to let on that they're lying, or, as some experts say, because they're preparing for an inevitable fight. Of course, not all people move equally, but if you're dating a man, you've probably already noticed what his natural posture and movements are. So if suddenly he stands or sits stock still, that's a big red flag for you. He's getting ready for a confrontation because he's done something wrong. Number 5, speech problems. I know I said we'll focus on body language, but there are so many signs of lying in the way a man speaks and breathes even that I thought I'd add this one as well. Just a quick roundup of speech-related problems that liars tend to encounter when they lie. First, liars sometimes breathe more heavily than truth tellers. It's nervous tension. Second, if your man is lying, he'll probably stumble on his words. Third, his voice may actually change in pitch when he lies. Also, there may be some throat clearing that you've probably already picked up on before. Fourth, liars often repeat their words as they try to convince themselves and you that the lies are the truth. Fifth and last, when people are about to lie, a common reflex is to yawn. Nothing like a long yawn to buy you some time to work out what to say. You're probably thinking, why go to all this trouble to conceal the truth? Well, all I can say is that sometimes men prefer the deception of lying to the horror of telling the truth. Some women are good at overreacting to little mishaps. Maybe they're controlling, insecure, or unnecessarily jealous. These kinds of reactions can motivate men to lie. It doesn't make it right, though you can probably understand why it happens. If deep down you know you're an overreactor, then I suggest you find some professional support to heal the core of your reactions so that you can learn to be proactive, not reactive in a relationship. A relationship cannot grow and thrive when one of you fears the other person's reaction. They end up walking on eggshells and the relationship crumbles. Another reason why a man lies to you is that he loves you, but he knows he's messed up and doesn't want to risk losing you. Perhaps he's just too comfortable in your relationship to end it by admitting the truth. Or perhaps he's just a lying kind of person which has nothing to do with you or the relationship. He's simply not honest with himself about anything. He lies to save face, to appear anything other than who he actually is. He lacks confidence, is gravely insecure, and every time he lies, he abandons a part of his true self and ruins his relationship at the same time. So tell me, have you ever lied about something to prevent an argument or to prevent hurting someone's feelings? Even if the truth wasn't a big deal, though you perceive that being honest would create unnecessary angst or insecurity in another person. So you choose the lie over honesty. This happens all the time between couples. So rather than freak out when your man is lying to you, as I said earlier, what's more important is to know the why. Once you know this, you can then deal with what is or are the real issues in your relationship. The lie is a symptom of something deeper, and once you discover what the true cause is, you can make a more informed decision about the future of your relationship. And remember to be proactive, not reactive here. You have to be able to handle the truth, to digest it and understand it, to truly know the next step. Also, when you're less reactive and open to hearing someone else's truth and to work with your partner, then lying tends to stop. The good news for you today is I have a fabulous free gift to help you with this. Check it out in the description below. word poison, 16 words and phrases to avoid using with men if you want to build a deep, honest, and lasting relationship. So, lying can be black and white, though it's rarely that simple. So dig deeper to find out why men lie or why he's lying to you. Some lies are forgivable and others go against your core values. Only you can decide. That's it for my video today, and of course, don't forget to comment, like, and share this video with your friends. And just in case you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit the red button below this video and the bell button to get notified of our new videos each week. I love having you as part of my community, and I look forward to connecting with you again very soon.